Harihi Om, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Mahaperiyava Sharanam. Shri Soundarya Lahari, explanation of verse 22. Bhavani tvam dase mai vitara drishtim sakarunam iti stotum vanchan kathayati bhavani tvamiti yaha tadaiva tvam tasmai dishasi nija sayujya padavim mukunda brahmendra phuta makuta nirajita padam. Verse 21 of Soundarya Lahari describes Paramananda Sadhanam. Great men who perceive by a mind that is free from sins and illusion Ambar's aspect as Sadhakya Kala, seated in the great lotus forest, the Sahasrara, above the 6 lotuses, yogic chakras, and the granthis or the knots, Ambar, as slender as a streak of lightning, has the nature of sun, moon and fire, and that Bhakta possesses or experiences a wave of supreme joy. Verse 21 explains the greatness of Ambar's compassion and what a Bhakta receives when he attempts to praise Ambigai. Let us look at the Padacheda and then detailed explanation. Bhavani tvam dase mahi vitara drishtim sakarunam iti stotum vanchan kathayati bhavani tvam iti yaha tada eva tvam tasmai dishasi nija sayujya padavim mukunda brahma indra sphuta makuta nirajita padam. Bhavani tvam dase mai vitara drishtim sakarunam. Bhavani, O Bhavani, the consort of Bhavan, Lord Shiva, and she is named as Bhavani. In fact, Adi Shankara Bhagavad Padal has composed a beautiful stotra named Bhavani Ashtakam. Bhavani tvam dase mayi. O Goddess Parashakti, O Bhavani, on me, who is your slave, dase tvam mayi. I am your slave, I am a devoted bhakta of yours, and on me, vitara drishtim sakarunam. Vitara, bestow, drishtim, your glance, your look, sakarunam, that is filled with compassion. O Bhavani, I am your servant, your bhakta, your slave. May you bestow on me a look, a glance which is endowed with compassion. Iti stotum vanchan kathayati bhavani tvam iti yaha. Iti, in this manner, stotum vanchan, a bhakta who desires to praise Ambigai. He is just attempting to praise or worship her and offer his salutations, and while doing so, he just starts with the padas Bhavani. O Bhavani, on me, who is your devotee, who is your slave, your servant, may you bestow a look which is endowed with compassion. A bhakta, in this manner, desiring to praise Ambigai, one who says that, what does he say? Bhavani tvam iti, may I become you. Here, Bhavani doesn't refer to Ambar or Parashakti. It refers to Bhava, which is also a verb in Sanskrit. Bhavani, may I become tvam, you. Iti, in this manner, by treating the word as Bhavani, which is a verbal declension, one elevates the meaning to that of a Aham Brahmasmi declaration. Yaha Kathayati, a bhakta who says this, Bhavani Tvam. He starts praying to Ambigai, saying, O Bhavani, I am your slave, and on this slave may you bestow your look endowed with compassion, that is filled with compassion. Thus, in this manner, a bhakta who desires to praise Ambigai and says, may I become you. Aham brahmasmi bhavani tvam. When he says this, what blessing does he get? Tada eva tvam tasmai dishasi nija sayujya padavim. Tada eva, at that moment itself, tvam, you Ambigai, tasmai dishasi, you grant him, you bestow him with blessings. What kind of blessing? Nija sayujya padavim, the state of perpetual absorption of the self into the Paramatma, which is one of the 4 states of mukti or liberation. The moment he desires to pray to Ambigai, that moment itself he is granted mukti or moksha. And what is the description of Ambigai here? Mukunda Brahma Indra Sphuta Makuta Nirajitapadam. Mukunda, Mahavishnu, Brahma, Brahmadeva, Indra, Lord Indra, and the other devas, Sphuta Makuta, who have bright shining crowns. Nirajitapadam, Ambar's feet which receives the light from the crowns that is studded with gems. That Ambigai bestows Sayujya Padavi, moksha, mukti, to that bhakta at her feet itself. Kanchi Mahaswami analyzes Bhavani Tvam Dase Mayi Vitara Drishtim Sakarunam. Bhava is one of the names of Lord Shiva. Bhava Shakti is Bhavani. Bhava Sharva Ishana Pashupati Rudra Ugra Bhima Mahan or Mahadeva. These are the special 8 names of Shiva, that is Ashtamurti. Tvam, you, Dase Mayi, in me, your Dasa. Sakarunam, with compassion. Drishtim Vitara, cast your glance. Mother Bhavani, cast your glance on me. Your glance, that is your grace. Iti yaha stotum vanchan kathayati bhavanitvam. Iti, thus, yaha, whoever, being big or small, deserving or not, stotum vanchan, desiring to adore for her sidelong glances, desiring to offer his salutations to Ambigai, tadaiva tvam tasmai dishati nija sayujya padavim. Cast on me your sidelong glance of compassion to grant me sayujya, in which I get to become one with you. The last line signifies Mukunda Brahmendra Sphuta Makuta Nirajitapadam. O Ambigai, grant me the sayujya of attaining your feet, whose Aradhana has been performed by the crowns worn by Vishnu, Brahma and Indra, and so on. Kanchi Mahaperiyava explains that it is different when one takes the path of jnana and attains non-dualistic sayujya. In this state, there is no question of a deity with feet or other limbs. Since there will be neither creation nor sustenance, there will be neither Brahma nor Vishnu. This stanza implies the existence of the cosmos, the worldly affairs, and the deity with attributes. Thus, this is not Sayujya spoken in Advaita. Parabrahman becomes Parashakti to be the cause of the universe, and as its queen empress, she appoints celestials like Brahma and Indra to conduct its affairs. Her position is so exalted that these celestials fall at her feet. The Sayujya mentioned here is that of Jivatma, the individual self-achieving Sayujya with Parashakti. In other words, the self becomes Parashakti herself. Even in Advaita system, there is a mention of such a state of Nirgunatva, being unconditional and absolute. It is not associated with Shakti or with any function. However, if Ishvara, Parashakti is called Ishvara in the non-dualistic system, then one who reverentially worships her or him gets all the desires, and all that he resolves is accomplished. which is achieving Aishwaryam, which is the status of Aham Brahmasmi. If anyone has wish in his mind to pray, you, Bhavani, my mother, please shower on me a part of your merciful, compassion-filled look. Even before he says, you Bhavani, Ambigai, goddess Parashakti, would give him the Sayujya Padavi at her feet, which is glorified by the light falling from the crowns of Vishnu, Brahma and Indra. Thus, she grants him the eternal life in her world. Bhavani Tvam Dase Mayi Vitara Drishtim Sakarunam. O Bhavani, on me, your slave, you bestow a look which is filled with compassion. Iti stotum vanchan kathayati bhavani tvam iti yaha. Thus, desiring to praise, may I become you, which is by treating the word Bhavani as a verbal declension, implying Aham Brahmasmi, that Bhakta who says this, Tada eva Tvam tasmai dishasi nija sayujya padavim. At that moment itself, Ambigai grants him the state of perpetual absorption of self into Parabrahma, which is the state of Mukti. Mukunda Brahma Indra Sphuta Makuta Nirajita Padam. And Sayujya Padavi at the feet which receive the oblation of lights from the bright crowns of Mahavishnu, Brahma and Indra who prostrate her. The corresponding namas from Lalita Sahasranamam: Brahmopendra Mahendradi Deva Samsthuta Vaibhava. She who is prayed by Lord Brahma, Vishnu, Indra and other Devas. Hari Brahmendra Sevita. She who is worshipped by Mahavishnu and Brahma. Bhavani, consort of Lord Shiva, Bhavan. Anarghya Kaivalya Padadayini. She who gives the immeasurable heavenly stature, Moksha. Kshipra Prasadini. She who is pleased quickly. This shloka can be chanted for gaining Aishwaryam and also Samrajyam. Thus concludes the explanation of verse 22 of Sri Soundarya Lahari. Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Mahaperiyava Sharanam. Jai Jai Shankara. Hara Hara Shankara.